Cheating has always been part of cycling. A suitcase full of drugs, a motor inside a race bike, blood bags, even a whiskey excuse. In this video, we're counting down 5 moments when riders got caught in the act. July 8th, 1998. A Fina team car is stopped at the French-Belgian border near Lille. Inside, syringes, capsules of EPO, anabolic steroids, and hundreds of grams of banned substances. The man driving the car, Team Senior Willy Voth, is arrested on the spot. Hours later, police raid Festina's headquarters in Lyon. Inside, they find more drugs and one critical piece of evidence, a printed doping schedule. It details dosages and injection times for each rider, names, dates, substances. The operation is structured and intentional. 2 days later, team director Bruno Roussel calls a press conference. He says it's a misunderstanding, but on July 15th, Roussel is arrested. That same day, police search the team hotel. What they find confirms the scale. It's a coordinated doping system managed by the team itself. Despite the growing scandal, riders try to stay in the race, but Tour de France director Jean-Marie Leblanc removes Festina from the Tour. Virenque, wearing the yellow jersey, quits the race in tears.
We have gotten word that Team Festina has met with Jean-Marie Leblanc, the Director General of the Tour de France. We do not know yet whether or not they plan to show up.
Nous avons pris la décision d'exclure l'équipe Festina du Tour de France à compter de ce jour.
By July 23rd, 9 riders and 3 staff members are in custody. All of them undergo blood, urine, and hair testing. 5 admit to doping. 2 deny it. The scandal spreads beyond Festina. It opens the door to more investigations. July 24th, 2005. Lance Armstrong finishes the final stage of the Tour de France. It is his 7th consecutive win.
The guy's been through so much, he deserved this more than anybody.
Cameras surround him. He gives statements to the press. The UCI confirms his victory. At the same time, multiple journalists and former teammates continue raising concerns.
Spain is investigating a support network that allegedly helped Armstrong with doping while he trained in that country from 1999 to 2005.
Allegations are dismissed. Armstrong repeats the same point.
How could it have taken place when I've never taken performance-enhancing drugs?
Years earlier, in 1998, the Festina affair exposed a doping system in one of cycling's top teams. The scandal damaged the credibility of the sport. The UCI looked for a new public figure to represent a clean image. Armstrong became that figure. From 1999 to 2005, Armstrong dominated the Tour de France. Several teammates left the team or were removed. Some mentioned the use of banned substances, but none provided formal testimony at the time. Internally, doping had changed. Small doses of EPO, blood transfusions, testosterone microdosing. The techniques allowed riders to pass standard doping controls. Armstrong's team had a coordinated doping program involving medical staff, coaches, and logistics. June 2012, the United States Anti-Doping Agency files charges against Armstrong.
The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency releasing a report on its case against Lance Armstrong. The agency accusing Armstrong of using performance-enhancing drugs.
October 22nd, the UCI strips Armstrong of his 7 Tour de France titles.
Some breaking news now on Lance Armstrong. The global governing body of cycling has just announced moments ago it will ban Armstrong for life and strip him of his 7 Tour titles.
The case is closed. No criminal charges are filed. The UCI confirms the sanction. Armstrong does not contest the decision. May 23rd, 2006. Police enter a small clinic in Madrid. Inside, they find refrigerated storage. Shelves hold over 200 blood bags, each labeled with coded numbers, medical tools, and handwritten doping schedules. The clinic is linked to Dr. Eufemiano Fuentes. The operation is named Operación Puerto. It follows a 2-year investigation. It began in March 2004 when Jesus Monzano, a former cyclist for the Kelma team, gave a detailed public statement.
Docteur, t'avais déjà tout préparé dans ta chambre. Il y avait toujours de quoi faire une injection dans les chambres d'hôtel. Il y en a pour 10 minutes. Il t'injecte 150 millilitres de sérum d'albumine humaine et c'est immédiat.
He stated that one of those transfusions nearly killed him.
J'ai commencé à monter la côte, j'avais la tête qui tournait et j'avais très très froid. Jusqu'à en tomber. Je ne sais plus si je suis tombé de tel ou tel côté, je me souviens juste d'être tombé.
He named Fuentes as the central doctor managing the program.
Ce jour-là, le matin, le médecin de l'équipe est arrivé et il m'a demandé de monter sur une balance.
The Spanish authorities began monitoring Fuentes. Over time, the investigation expanded. It revealed that cyclists from top teams across Europe were involved. Among them, Ivan Basso and Jan Ulrich. Both were withdrawn from the 2006 Tour de France before the race began. The scandal affected over 50 athletes. Documents showed doping calendars, blood extraction, and reinfusion cycles. The UCI faced public pressure. Teams suspended riders. Sponsors backed out. The media coverage continued for years. January 2016, the Cyclocross World Championships in Belgium. The climb was steep, the mud thick. Femke van den Driesche was locked in the battle spectators watched as she powered through the uphill section and suddenly pulled away. Her speed surged. She left her opponents behind. It didn't look natural. Officials took note. Later, during routine post-race inspections, the UCI used its newly developed magnetic resonance testing system to scan over 100 bikes. One bike raised an alert. It belonged to Van den Driesche. Inside the frame, investigators found a small hidden electric motor connected to a battery with a Bluetooth-controlled switch tucked under the handlebar tape. The setup had been operational. This was the first confirmed case of mechanical doping in professional cycling history. At just 19 years old, Van den Driesche had recently won the Under-23 European title and the Belgian National Championship. Her career was rising fast. That ended in a single day. July 20th, 2006, stage 17 of the Tour de France. Floyd Landis attacks early on a mountain stage. The day before, he had lost over 10 minutes and dropped out of contention. Now he rides alone. No teammates, no challengers near him. By the end of the stage, he's back in the fight for yellow. That night, a urine sample is collected. Days later, the results arrive. The sample shows elevated testosterone levels. The ratio of testosterone to epitestosterone is nearly 3 times the legal limit. Further tests confirm the presence of synthetic testosterone, not produced naturally by the body. Landis is notified. He denies the charges. He tells the press it's a misunderstanding, that his body naturally produced the hormone, that dehydration or alcohol may have altered the results. Later, he changes his explanation. He claims the whiskey theory was not his. He says his Spanish lawyers suggested the dehydration defense. Experts reject his statements. The lab results stand. In September 2007, over a year after the race, the verdict is final. Landis is stripped of his 2006 Tour de France title. Oscar Pereiro, who finished second, is declared the official winner. Cycling faced a credibility crisis. This was one part of the story. More are still being written.